Hey Mama, what's your favorite memory from when I was little? Me and you.
Oh, well, after my mama died when I was 38. She died October the 7th, and by March you were born. And give me something to do, and I played with you a lot. And I cried so hard when your mama took you apart, her sister somewhere a long time. I was afraid she might wreck with you. She would keep you at night and bring you over the first thing in the morning, and I didn't like it. She laid you in the hard hall. Just laid you, no blanket, no nothing. I'd get up and get you. She thought I was asleep, but I've never been asleep when she brought you. And I would have you all day, and I'd play with you. Play all kinds of stuff. You had all kinds of toys. I bought you all kinds of clothes. And me and Roger Wood, we took you to Dollywood. Let you swing on the baby swings.
What was your favorite thing to do at Dollywood?
Well, I like to watch the shows. But when you was little, we didn't. We watched the shows, but it's so expensive to go now. Actually, Marine Martin went, but I don't know. Somebody gave him a free pass or what. It's like $200 now.
Wow.
Oh, but you probably want to go see the pumpkins and stuff.
Yeah.
They work hard. They do something every once in a while.
So what was your favorite thing to do with me as a baby?
Well,
Or even as a teen or
we took you in swings, and we took you and let you ride those little bitty go-kart things. And they had one of those in Dollywood. We took you Dollywood a lot, and you would always hug me and kiss me. And at Thanksgiving, we had big dinners, and I would try to feed you macaroni, and you'd get your little fists. You was about under a year old, maybe. And you would just gobble them down. And we laughed at that. Roger took, we had movies of all that, and Michelle borrowed them from Steve and never give them back.
mm.
It wasn't right. It was not right. They were mine. Where's that? Where'd I put that? Oh, I laid it here. I don't know where I laid it, heck. I heard it out here, though.
Sounds like it's in your pocket.
Oh, yeah, it does, but it ain't.
Ah, shake the blanket out, see if it's there. Uh-huh.
Boy, it sounded like it was out here. Did I leave it there? You want to go? Oh, you're still smoking.
I see it. It's on the table right behind you.
I don't know why I would have put it there. It might be about the Warren or the Bugman. I don't know. They may not be out till next week if they don't got somebody to come besides that. Oh, shoot. That looked like Janet. No. That's Janice something else, but oh, shoot, why did that go out that fast? She probably ain't been right since I broke it. Oh, that's Jill. Jessica, somebody up there, Steve says I've met her before. She used to hang out with Mando up there in their, lived in their trailer or whatever up in Tazewell, want to be a friend. I can't text, so I don't want a lot of people calling me. I don't have nothing coming. I don't know, remember her even.
I think it might be her cousin or something. Seems like Steve's kids have said something about her Aunt Jessica and all the kids, their
Well, I
cousins they
know
play with.
The Jessica they're talking about is the one that brought me to Pango sometimes.
Uh,
Jessica Sarasky or whatever her name is. She's all right, but I don't. Let's see what her name was. But Jessica Delfino Spelsky, but I think this is the older woman. This is the older woman here. I do not remember her whatsoever, but Steve says I've talked to her before. Amanda used to hang out with her a little bit. But yeah, she's done that 2 or 3 times. I'm gonna tell Steve to call her back. Or I won't text her. She wants to call and talk. That's all the best I can do. I don't drive. That took my whole life.
It's on Facebook.
Mm.
Just a Facebook friend request.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Accept it or don't. It don't matter.
Well, if I could remember her, it might be different, but I don't remember her. I remember the one girl that brought them pills down here. I've spoke to her several times, but
Yeah.
I don't like. I can't text. I don't like staying on the phone all the time because if I can get through. But, you know, Norcy has changed her number and forgot to give it to me the last time she called.
Oh no.
The last time she forgot to give it to me, and I called Juanita to see if she had it.
I bet I could find it.
Well, Juanita's kind of okay. She's Bobby's sister, but I ain't never heard nothing on her. But Norcy's told me a lot of things. No, she's been married to the same guy ever since she's a teenager.
Wow. That's
And
good.
they had 3 boys and a girl, which is in the military. She's made whatever in their side of rank. And they live in a little bitty house downtown Cumberland behind the Piggly. It used to be a Piggly Wiggly, now it's a food city. No, Juanita's been married ever since she was a teenager. And I don't think she's ever went out on her, and I don't know if he's ever went out on her, but I would trust her more than I do him. But they've always acted like they're in love, and they go to see their daughter sometimes. I see pictures of her daughter on here sometimes. Her name is oh God. Now I like Cynthia, his daughter Onita. She came to see Cynthia before she died up there, and I liked her a lot. And she had a special little baby that I knew was going to be something. It's just, he didn't. He had a bunch of young girls they could have played with, but he kept reaching for me. I watched her take her first steps because she's up there.
Aww.
And stuff. She's so sweet. And now she's got a little boy I've never seen. His name's Henry? I don't know, something like that. But Cynthia had some pictures on the video. Cynthia had some videos that showed Bobby's daddy, Grandpa, old Russell Miller. He never done nothing ever in his life. He was crippled up and he stayed at the house all the time. Edney wouldn't clean houses, and I guess they just got checks or whatever, but he was never mean to me. But Norcy told me a lot of things that's awful. That Edney, before the boys could go out, they had to have sex with their sisters first.
That's awful.
Sick bunch.
That is disgusting.
I know it is. She was sick. I mean, they were all mentally sick. I think they were. Edney wasn't nice to me when I first married Bobby, but I told her, I was just 15. She'd do stuff, and I told her I didn't marry the whole family. And we got out of her in 3 months, and I was starving at her house. Me and Bobby cleaned the whole house one time. It was very nasty. And washed everything and put it on the bed because we didn't fold it. We washed all the laundry and slaved and cleaned. And she took the curtains back off the window. We hung curtains up. Because I didn't wash the window, she took the curtains back off. That don't make no sense. I was only 15. I didn't know. How she wanted things, and I don't know if they had any cleaners. She would lock her food in the deep freeze, and we could not get any. We starved a lot. And once or twice we'd walk up to Grandpa's and he'd give us a little something to eat. And watch TV. a TV that Bobby had to beg her to let him watch Gunsmoke. She take she it was a TV that had that. Her electric bill was never over like $6 a month, but she would throw a fit if it went higher. She would take that TV bulb out and take it to work with her. She wouldn't let nobody watch her TV.
Oh man.
And when Vicky and Mitchell had to stay there, they heated them some water to take a bath, and she went and got mad and dumped it out. Wouldn't let them have more water to bath. That was evil. It was just creek water. It was just, I mean, I don't even remember. I remember just having to take wash rag bath and stuff when I was there. There was no bathtub. Well, they didn't have they had a bathroom, but it wasn't flushable. You use the bathroom and it just goes down in the creek and washes on down.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing good. But when I found out, when I first stayed, I stayed with them about a month or so before we got married, but with her and Russell and Bobby was there in another room, but I found out I was sleeping in her mom's bed that she died in, the twin bed, and that bothered me.
Mm.
So Bobby must have told her and she let me sleep behind her in the bed. I was out, totally without any family. And I wish I'd never laid eyes on him, ever, ever, ever. It's just, I guess, it's the only person ever told me they love me in my life. But anyway, I don't mean all the time. He didn't hit me or abuse me, or he stayed gone all the time. Just didn't have a job much. He'd hit a boss and leave, and he finally got his own food stamps. And one time he made $1,000 in a month, and it was so much money I didn't know what to do with it back then. It's like we never had that much money. That's the only time in our life we ever had $1,000.
Yeah.
And we could only spend $50 a week on groceries. He worked at Giles, mobile home. He only made $90 a week, and then all his family, Martin and Pam, they would come down on the weekend. We didn't have much to eat, and I'd make them, gravy and biscuits and stuff, and they always loved my cooking. And I don't remember ever getting anything when I went to their house, but we never spent all night with them either. But they would come down on the weekend. Pam would hang out with me, and we'd talk, and then Bobby and Martin would be down at the body shop or chasing women or whatever. He done the same thing to her as Bobby did to me, and he done the same thing to his kids as Bobby did to. He had sex with his daughter. Her name was Pauline, and Vicky, I reckon, said that Bobby's brothers molested her too. After I took Bobby, as soon as she told me that her dad had tried to bother her, I left the next morning. I took Vicky and left. I told him I was going to get a job, which I intended to do, but I decided not to go back. I didn't have no clothes or nothing. We had an old white, I think it was an old white station wagon or something. I went over to that road, that's where it used to be. You probably don't remember it.
Where at?
In Middleborough.
I don't know anything else.
Anyway, it was just a shopping center, kind of like Walmart's, but not as much. I don't think it had groceries, because I always went to Piggly Wiggly down off Cumberland Avenue. There's nothing in that town either, but for kids to do or nothing. But you could get quite a bit for $50 back then, and we moved there in '73. March '73. And then a big tornado hit Xenia that we had just left Ohio, and left buildings standing up in there. I mean, it was a horrible. It destroyed the whole town. And that was a pretty big place. I never was in it, but and we was always going to church up there. Took them to church. Thing is, Bobby whooped them before he went to church. Telling us they was mean. They'd get it harder when they got home. He was an idiot. He was just mentally.
My dad repeated that same thing.
He was mental.
Yeah. It's like, you done whipped me before I went. You better believe I'm going to act up when I'm there. I done got the punishment. I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Where did y'all go?
That'd be a Walmart thing. You know, we'd hear that kind of thing from Dad. That
Oh, he didn't whip you before you went, did he?
it happens sometimes. I don't think as much as his dad did. But
Now, Jennifer's one I had a trouble with.
time or two.
I'd take her over to Walmart, and she could not. I said, can you not keep your little body parts to yourself? Her hand was just on everything, just. And I don't know why those girls ever could come to see me. I never done not one thing bad to them. I remember the funniest thing, me and Jennifer and Jessica stand all night, and Jennifer got me down in a quilt and rolled me up and made a taco out of me, she said. I think she's lying about them girls being mental.
No.
Do you know the guy? I mean,
They look Jennifer looks just like Dad.
Uh-huh.
And Jessica does kind of sometimes too.
But Jessica looks more odder than, there was supposed to be some guy named Sam. You ought to ask your mama about that. Was she just hurting, saying stuff to hurt Michael? Make sure that them girls ain't our real grandkids and sisters. You think she'd even tell the truth now?
No, I think Dad would say bad things and she'd say bad things back to hurt him. Didn't matter what was true, it was what would hurt.
Sex. Jennifer and Jessica told Mitchell that, Dad, didn't you know she's been going out on you the last 15 years? She just meet a guy somewhere and they take off to the motel. Some guy at the post office, I think, once. And Michael, me and Mitch went over to work where she was working and couldn't find her. Oh, I forget where they were at the moat. And then one time she worked at the car lot where I got my car, I think. Yeah, where I bought my Honda. You know where I bought my Honda?
Mm-hmm.
She worked there at a desk when Jody was working there. I don't know. And he would cry, and he would look for her. She was supposed to be working in this bar selling flowers. He'd go out looking for her and crying and be upset. He loved her. But I don't think she ever loved him the same way. That's all he thought about her. Thought he was going to go crazy when she left him. I was so mad at him because he kept talking about it, and there wasn't nothing we could do. I wanted to keep you when she stabbed him and he took you home and you was crying for me. And he could let me and Roger keep you and raise you, you know. He could have. But he was in control. Well, we could have kept you. Roger wouldn't have minded one bit. Because you was so precious to him when you had to move in it. We helped him get a trailer out there by our house in Coreyton. I don't know if you remember the trailer about...
Over on McGinnis Road, 124 or 126?
Just right by our house.
Was that the address?
1619 McGinnis.
1619.
Anyway, I watched you for 4 years. We moved here, and after we moved here in 90, I started getting sick. And had that cancer. And I went through radiation, and it stayed away about 1.5 years and come back full force. And that's when I was sick and had to go to chemo and then had to stay. Mitchell took me to my radiation treatments. Sometimes Roger took me. They marked me all over, and then they would shoot this lot of radiation into me, and I'd lay on the table and they had marks all over me before they was gonna shoot it out. And then after about a year it came back. And the next time I got a mammogram, well, they watched it for 6 months, and when I got mine, they put a needle all the way up, down here, all the way through my breast, and I did the radiation. I got really sick, and I was staying over Mary's. I was mad at Roger because when my mama died, he didn't tell me he was sorry. He stayed downstairs the first 4 years we was here. He lived downstairs. He would never take time to talk to me. He'd come in from work, go straight down there, and I'd be laying on the couch. He wouldn't say, hi, how you doing, or talk to me, and I'd be asleep time he'd come up. The only thing he did is make sure I got my night medicine, then he'd back down there. And I would want to talk to him so bad, Mike, and just have somebody talk to him. And I'd stand by the door for an hour, and he wouldn't talk to him. He'd be on the phone, like, and get fluent with customers. And all that got us nothing. You know, he didn't make no money whatsoever when we lived in Gorton. We had like $50 a week for groceries, and his house payment was only $116.
For this house?
No, for that little one in Gorton.
Oh man, I paid more than that for a car.
Yeah, and he
15 years ago.
yeah. And that's when it started. I wasn't with him no time. He worked all the time. He worked 42 counties. He's on the road all the time. One time the electric went out. It was me and Vicky and Steve was a baby.
Oh, so you got something in your eye?
I can get it up there.
Wow.
You get it? Still get that little thing in it sometime.
I do too.
You didn't get it, did you?
No. Yeah, hold
Well,
real
I better
still.
do it because I'm more safe with Steve.
Hold real still, you can't see. You got one right here in your eyelid, or in your eyelid.
Well, some of them are just turning gray.
No, it's a chunk of stuff.
Well, my eyes do water at night when I'm sleeping.
There you go. I got it.
Most mornings I have to get that out when I come out here. That's why I sit out here.
Here's a chunk.
Oh yeah. It's like what people used to call that matter or something.
Eye boogers.
Well, they always heard them call them matters, but it's just not got any more anywhere. I just want him to spend time with me, Steve. That's all I wanted. He did take us to Dollywood when Steve was little, but after he got bigger, he loved kids when they was little, but when they got bigger, he didn't pay no attention to Steve. He just ignored him. And when you were born, he totally ignored Steve. And when Steve was little, he brought him a toy home. One time he brought him a little train that blew real smoke. It had a lot of fluid or something, but it was smoke. And one time he brought him like an airplane, like a jet airplane or something. It was green. He liked that, but you know, the most thing you can give kids is your time and your love. Mm-hmm. No matter what you buy them, they really just want your time and love. And I had to cry off Vicky. Well, she didn't cry. She just said there's nothing there. I told her I was sorry for everything after Vicky. I did not even know what Scotty Miles meant. Marie told me a year and a half ago. I said I didn't know. I was just backwards. But then I did leave her. I did leave and go to the judge. Went straight to the judge. It walked in, no appointment, nothing. I told him. I said, you know, I told him everything Bobby done to her. They didn't do a thing. Come find out later, Bobby's down there partying, smoking pot with cops and everything else. He went down there to the 357 Magnum. They didn't get him. They're all dirty men up in there in Tazewell and up in Kentucky.
What'd you do to your hand, Mama?
I keep burning on curling iron and I don't even feel it.
You quit using that curling iron there.
Well, I have to get my veins back. It's where it's so long. I've got to get something. I have to do it for going up there Saturday.
I don't want you to get hurt.
See? See, I have cut this right here myself, but it grows so fast. In another 2 months, it's back out. So when it gets to Wednesday, I'm gonna call Eric and see if I can get in.
Let it get long.
Michael, I can't stand this right here long. I had to let this grow out long, but see, you remember when you could see bald spots back there?
A little bit.
Okay, you don't see it that much now, do you?
No.
Since I let this grow out, I let it grow out, and so it don't show. But what I need cut is the
I do the
sides.
same thing.
What I need cut is the sides. I could cut it some myself, but I don't really. I've been letting this right here grow back, so it stay back. So when I get up in the morning, I don't know how to go. I cut this about a month ago, and look at that, it grows so fast. I hold this up right here and just take a scissors and